Take a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
Dave Leduc, King of Lethwei, how are you, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you, dude. It's been a while. How is it for you not competing? Because I feel like every week I see something said about you. People want to fight you. You know, people watching highlights. But it must be so tough being in the peak of your career right now and not being able to compete. How are you finding it?
It's crazy. I think last time we saw each other was in New York City for the UFC, and I was just coming out of my last fight, and I didn't fight since, and I'm itching for one. I really want it, and I'm training in the gym like harder than ever right now. So I'm knocking out guys. I'm training hard, and I didn't want to. Usually I never do that, but like last week, I go a bit too hard. So I want to fight right now. So I can't wait for the WLC to kickstart the event.
I was pretty excited to see their schedule. It's ambitious given what's happening around the world, but even if 60% of it happens, will be looking good. I think the big one in terms of you is always going to be that US date, right? But that's not until November 2021. So what's the plan? How active are you going to be? Do you have a certain amount of fights for WLC? I imagine we're not going to wait all the way till November to see you again, right? In 2021. Surely it's going to be.
It can't be that long. It can't be. That's a far one. Obviously, there's no show in the US without me. So it's gonna be when it's gonna happen. If it happens on that date, you never know with like legislation and stuff like that. But definitely eyeing another date prior to that, maybe by the end of the year. So I can't wait until this time. It's gonna be too long. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I have to wait until November next year. That would be like almost 2 years. I don't know. So I would kind of want my wife to pick fights with strangers at that point, so I can get in.
Okay, let's have a look at the schedule right now.
It is ambitious. Yeah, it is ambitious, but that's what I like. That's why I partnered up with WLC in the first place, last time. So we have the same vision of grandeur in French the sport is not meant to be, just in Myanmar. It's I always say like it's from Myanmar, but it belongs to the world. Like it's such a beautiful traditional ancestral sport that the entire world needs to know about it, needs to learn about it, needs to train it. So that's why I'm working on my gyms and my affiliate gyms around the world, my online academy, and the seminar tours. It's all part of that. After every time I do a seminar, not to brag, but people are like, okay, we want Lethwei in our gym. We want give us the curriculum. Like, this is fucking cool. It is cool. It is freeing. So I want to continue on that trajectory with we've started with the WLC.
I've got the calendar in front of me right now. So we've got their proposed Yangon in August, then Cambodia, Mandalay, Bangkok, Yangon again, Pa'an, Tokyo, and then we mentioned that USA one. So do any of those dates work for you, stand out? As maybe August in Yangon? I don't know if that's too soon. I don't know if you
August. I think August is too soon, and I would have already have a potential opponent right now. So I think Cambodia, there's no real. They have to build the clientele first in Cambodia. That would be kind of maybe a shot in the sky, right? To just have a. I think it would be better if I fight in Mandalay. That would be better on home turf. Yeah, we you've been there last time. That was a fun time. So I want to go back there. I fought all my fights in Yangon. I enjoy the crowd in Mandalay. So that would be and time wise it's perfect. It gives me time to do a proper training camp, proper nutrition, everything. So Mandalay would be good. Obviously, like I would go to Cambodia because I was actually before the pandemic. I had my tickets. And they still didn't, the Expedia still didn't reimburse me yet, but I still have my tickets to go to Cambodia. We were going to go explore that just to see the vibe. And I know that I have a lot of fans there too. So it would be nice to feel the country, but got canceled. So I would go as a guest, and then we would fight in Mandalay. That would be the goal. Japan would be nice too, because I fought 3 fights in Japan, in Tokyo, back in the days. So it would be nice to go back. I miss the sushi. I miss everything from Japan. I love this country.
Japanese fight fans are pretty famous around the world. Do you get that love? Do you get people drawing art and stuff and sending you things?
I got a few only, but it's a very different vibe. They're very polite, very calm. When I fought in the Kurikan Hall in Tokyo Dome City, they were very calm when they were clapping. Even when when you do a knockout or a nice shot, it's like muffled scream, oh, and I love it. And the announcers, they scream, in obviously it's foreign to me, but it's just cool. It reminds me of my childhood watching, those Japanese manga, Japanese fighting things. So it's cool. But yeah, it is a different vibe. It's not like in Myanmar. In Myanmar, guys, they remove their shirt and they turn it, and it's you don't see that in Japan. They go there with their suit on, and it's very proper, very polite, very clean place, very clean city. And I think in all my times in Tokyo, I didn't see one thing on the floor, one dirt on the floor. So for those that have done Myanmar, it's a different thing. It's obviously more raw.
Yeah, very cool place, Tokyo. Would be amazing for WLC to go there. But one thing, what did you do to piss off the Lethwei guys over there? There seems to be a little bit of I don't know, they seem pissed off at you for some reason, that you used the wrong footage on your page, or trying to take down your pages. They're also copywriting the word Lethwei, which I find interesting. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. That was an interesting thing to wake up to one morning. I actually didn't know. A simple message to my team, say, hey, can you guys remove the fights? Because I had highlighted maybe 10-minute fight of my fights there, and I would have agreed. Like, I don't care, it's on YouTube. It actually has way more views on YouTube. So, but no, instead of that, they just went on and make a post about it. That was very, very weird, very unprofessional, and very childish. I don't understand these things, so I don't want to spend too much energy on that. It was, I removed it, and case closed. So that was kind of weird. And as for the name, it is, I enjoy these things. I study copyright laws because I'm, in the US and all these things. And these things, you cannot copyright the word of, karate, taekwondo, MMA, boxing. It's the name of a sport. It can only be copyrighted for example, clothing. So you can have different for stuff like that. So you cannot prevent. Let's say I would have a Lethwei show in the US and I own the copyright for Lethwei. I cannot prevent somebody from starting a Lethwei show. It's the name of a sport. So if the WLC has the capacity to do it, which they do, well, it would be nice to go fight there. But nobody can stop an organization to do an event of a sport. Nobody owns the sport. It's owned by the people.
I think, when I heard of it a while back, there was plans to have a collaboration between the guys in Japan and WLC. Yeah. So maybe there's a little bit of time for people to make up.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. The WLC is way too, it's solid on its own. They did the GTG one, right? Remember the partnership? So that was cool. But I think it's gonna be along those lines. I doubt they would partner for this.
Fair play. And in terms of opponents, one of the favorite things to talk about in the sport, right, is who you're going to face next. You're a student of the game as well. I think you enjoy it a little bit, the talk about who you're going to fight next. The Buakaw thing's crazy. I mean, people love talking about that, and then you got kind of different nationalities involved.
It's also quite funny to see his management deny it, because it is I can leak the WhatsApp and the emails. It's under negotiation, so it's not something like people think, like they say that, I challenged him. First of all, I don't challenge anyone. I only a few years ago when he came to Myanmar, I said it's my turf, and then but that was just that was something I at the time. And now the fight was offered to me by promoters. So I didn't reach out for this. I don't care. I couldn't care less. I have my thing. So, the fight was offered to me, and it's under negotiation. I can't talk about it. When it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If it happens, if everybody agrees on all the restricted rule sets and everything. But yeah, so this again, I'll let them do their game, but at the end of the day, money talks. So if they want us, if they want both of us to represent our craft, our art, Muay Thai, Lethwei, and I'm gonna leave it as that. At that, they're gonna make it happen if they want to. But yeah, as for opponents, I've seen an article yesterday. Apparently, obviously Cyrus Washington is campaigning for the fight again. This is unfinished business for me because I guess he doesn't have enough. I completely lacerated his face last time we fought, and he wants more. Perfect, let's do it. But honestly, he got lucky last time. I was not cutting a ring. I wasn't. I was still like quite, fresh, and now he's gonna have the worst time of his life if the fight actually happens. If it's under WLC, in ONE FC, I don't care. Like now it's just like he should have just took his hole after that domination. I didn't. Like, it was a schooling. I don't think he touched me once. I was literally untouched, nothing after the fight. So if he actually thinks now that he can do something, he's delusional. And like it's gonna be easy money, literally like the easiest money I ever done in my life. So like he landed a spinning kick on my face last time, and you see I just laugh and I just continue moving forward. So, and that's his big money shot. So good luck, buddy. If he wants to fight again, we'll do it. I'd gladly do it because he has a pedigree. I have a lot of guys that obviously that try to talk, and my team comes up like every week with like, there's a list of 2, 3, 4 guys that mention your name. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Who's that? I don't know. At least I can say Cyrus has he's the ISKA champion. He's a Muay Thai champion. So I respect his pedigree, but that just shows my value because he had the triple. I don't know how many hundreds of fights. I had 20 fights, and he's not able to touch me. So I take a lot of pride in being able to gain experience fast with less fights, because I don't want to fight until I'm too old. I want to do the biggest impact as I can, as fast as I can. So we'll see him. There's also I think he said Joe Schilling. I think he's a former glory champion guy. I'm all for it. I think he's also a friend with Joe Rogan, so it would be interesting to see who Joe would cheer for. But yeah, I actually never looked at his fight before the article yesterday. I saw that he has like this motto of I guess you can't stop crazy or something. Well, you can say that all you want in boxing with big pillow gloves and basic clinching with only a knee, 5 seconds knee, no elbows and all. So, but when you're gonna go in Lethwei, you'll see what you'll see what is real crazy. So that's it. And talk about glory guys. There's a lot of guys that it's funny because people say, "Oh, Dave, you say that you're a good striker. You should go in glory in kickboxing." Why the fuck would I go in kickboxing when the ultimate striking test is Lethwei? Like, glory is a limited rule set, or kickboxing is a limited rule set. You can't do elbows, you can't do takedowns, you can't do headbutts. You have big gloves. You have a finite rule, a scoring system. It's very, very restrictive. So I always say, in order to see who's the best striker, you have to fight in the most permissive rule set, which is Lethwei. So there's a bunch of guys: Simon Marcus, Artem Levin, Joe Schilling. Let's bring it on. I don't care. I'm here, man. I'm just waiting for a good scrap, and I'm here.
Going quickly back to the Buakaw one, so yeah, I know you can't talk about it. I love all the rumors around it. I feel like because it's been going on 3 years, these rumors now, and I think as a fan, it's a super fight, right? It's a super fight. It's great for the legacy, and the latest rumors I heard was going to be in Sweden. You're going to get paid a decent amount of money, and it's going to be like 1 9-minute round or something. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how much is true.
The thing is, years ago, I was in discussion with mass rules in China because in my contract, the only place I can fight Lethwei is in China, apart from the WLC, which is one thing in the contract. China is not in the WLC contract. Well, it fell apart because people didn't want to fight. They didn't want to organize a Lethwei fight, so obviously it didn't happen. But from what I understand, Buakaw's promoter is organizer of mass as well. So that's why I think those rumors come from. we'll see. Again, I wish I can talk about it too much. I was strictly I signed an NDA, so I can't talk much. But it probably, from what I understand, I think Champ won't want Lethwei rules. He's
I would probably eat my shirt if you guys fought in Lethwei. I'd be super shocked. I'd absolutely love it. As the fans, I think they would love it. But any kind of rule set, that's a super fight. You know, there's only a certain amount of super fights to make in Asia in different disciplines, and that's one of them. And he's not getting younger, so that would be so cool, no matter what the discipline, right?
I think the best bet is to go and to meet halfway in some kind of hybrid rule set. So we'll see. Another thing that people, because it's funny, before those rumors start popping out, well, it was funny because people were saying, oh, you know, you're doing well in Lethwei, but if you would fight Buakaw, he would beat you up, he would school you, and when the rumors of the fight starting happening, now it's like, oh, well, he's too small for you, he's too old for you, well, first of all, like the age thing is bullshit. We're not in strike. We're not in wrestling. Like Randy Couture won the heavyweight UFC belt at 41. Cormier is champion right now at 40 something. Tony Ferguson is approaching 40 as well. So, and like that's bullshit. And for the weight, like I walk around right now, I'm 175 pounds. I'm 175 pounds. That's and I'm actually a bit quite fat. Like I'm not cut. So if I would be like in just training, lean, I would be even like 170, maybe 179, 169. It's a weight class, not a high class. Yes, I'm 6'2". I have long legs and I have long groin. It's like what do you want from me? Like it's not my fault that I'm tall, but the fight would probably be at 160 pounds or something. That's about 72 kilos, something. 160 pounds. That's easy. I don't do weight cuts when I fight Lethwei. I fight at my walking weight. So I would easily, if the money's right, I could. That's what we're talking right now. If the money's right, I could do a weight cut. Like I'll do one. The reason why I wanted to fight Lethwei is because I'm smart. People think, oh, you fight Lethwei, you're fucking stupid. No, I'm smart. I don't want to injure my body. I don't want to injure my liver, my kidneys, and people dying cutting weight have to do blood infusion after to get rehydrated after the weigh-ins. This for me, it's disgusting. You're hurting your body. And this is really detrimental in the long run. Not me doing a few headbutts on the pad and then landing one solid in the fight. I choose my shots. So the real bad thing for your body as a professional fighter is cutting weight. If the money's right, I'll do a weight cut. It's gonna be easy, and then in 24 hours I'm back at 170 pounds. So who gives a shit about that? Just as long as the money's right, I'll be there.
Take a move in the